What does that mean? What does this mean to you? Your favorite audio version here on Spreaker, Spracker goes out to YouTube, NoTube. Today is the 24th day of February 2025. I forgot I had some drone videos from the other channel from 4 years ago. I put them up back to back. Well, I'll be up tomorrow. This will be out on the 25th day of the second month, 2025. It's Monday night. Great State, Minnesota. 4:14. Eat my cheese. Kobe. Begging season here on YouTube. We close at hand. Before you know it, he's up formulating a begging season. I mean, Saturday morning is the first day of March. G Mango, I dedicate this audio to you if you're allegedly dead. I did a song for him. He kicked it. You know, he was in a hospice. One less YouTuber I got to deal with, but he is down the road. God rest your soul, young man. Great voice. Another YouTuber. Silence. Down the road he went. I told Douche he hasn't got much time left, and believe me, until he called me. He always calls him. I knew Fat Boy was going to die sooner or later. He died on the 6th day of February 2025. But I look out, and the snow is going away. Beautiful day in Minnesota. I had my winter jacket on today. I took it off. I'm going to bring out my spring jacket. I got like 9 jackets. I get it. Between both jobs, I've got about 15 to 18 jackets. They give us a jacket. If somebody will come by the shop and hand out jackets, so I've got a Carhartt jacket, a couple of those. One guy was leaving the company, gave it to me. So I don't know how many I have downstairs. So many jackets. So I'm going with the Carhartt once this year. Big ass jacket. If you have to do any roof work, if I got to go up there, I'll wear that. But I'm going to wear the spring jacket tomorrow this week. Both be nice here in the great state. The snow's going away. But March, you never know. But welcome to music, sponsor-free, no e-begging, PayPal. I have one for my over here on Spreaker, Spracker that they give me. And YouTube puts on the Adventure Channel, puts it right into my savings account. I don't have anybody ask for money. I got a shout out on Fakerbook. My next door neighbor, her daughter turned 15. They moved up north. And my brother who died 12 was between us. And his, I didn't hate her, but his ex-wife was widowed, was just a piece of work and came from wealth and just kind of, whatever she was. And we'd always argue. I never shy away from a good fight. And if I remember it, she was pissed the moment I'd walk up the street with the girl with my earmuffs on. With those dabbing, so I got it. I remember the first birthday of our daughter, and your husband got in a fight with the next door neighbor, your sister-in-law. And I said, yeah, I remember that well. And so well responded back, you should be ashamed. I said, what for? I died my feet that day. I told her mind her own goddamn business. Because she was speeding around the corner one day, and too early in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the morning, she got all scared and frightened. He kicked the bucket, and she sold the house, and my nephew, the punk that he was, took all the tools, but told my brother, bitch. I said, he's on Texas, and whatever he's doing could give 2 F's. But yes, it's a beautiful day to be alive. I can see, I can feel pain, I can hear, I can walk, I can work, and life's good. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I put this about 9 o'clock in the morning. Did a lot of running around today, 150 miles. I got an email from the lease company. I said, yeah, I know I need an oil change on my baby girl. Just give me time. I got to figure it out, get it in there, and drop me off and get her done. I know. It's over like 200 miles. I know. When to get the oil change. They did get the lovely and talented Honda back to 4 cylinders, and it still has a light on it, and it's not a perfect idle, but like you can't fix it. I'm not going to be looking for another 2 hours and get over $700. I'm like, whatever. It's a Honda dealer. You're supposed to fix the damn thing. but now it's at 4 cylinders, and she runs a hell of a lot better than she was running the last two months. So I got that done. But anyways, you guys, how the hell are you out there? We're going to a little update on the Sarasota haters. You know what's going on with them. Maybe we'll get the lead hater in. I saw that New York Dan had lunch with one of the haters. It was a 40-minute video. I wasn't going to listen. I saw it came through, and I listened to these two dinger guys sit in some. I just looked at it, and he looked like he was scared. So I hovered over it. The dinger guy looked like he was scared. There's some restaurant. I mean, if I was to meet the lead hater, Carl, me and him would go do a little adventure. We'd walk the woods or something to go look at something, and me and him would do a video together. We would go do something substantial, smoking cigars and spitting. That's what I would be doing with any of the haters. Meet up on a restaurant, public area, doing an interview, which is kind of strange. But he got back from his Carnival cruise, the ghetto version of cruises. I wouldn't be caught down in any of those ships. Carnival, Walmart version, Jacksonville, the cesspool city that is. Oh, but without the people of the men in the armed forces, I'm not speaking English to you right here at Fear Mongering Radio. We don't have Spreaker. We don't have YouTube. We don't have the things you like. And we have Donald J. Trump is imploding. What's going on? There's guard fire be left and right. Having chaos. It's going to get worse. But he's a draft dodger like Bill Clinton was Yahoo. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Yahoo! Before you send someone's child to war, make sure you've been there. I've served in the military, of course. I served them all. But we had one was supposed to end all wars, and two would be Japanese decided to pull us into it, and then they apologized. The mighty mo. We had to storm in the beaches. Snap! Next to crowd and free the Jews. And that teener, we have a little Hitler up there who wants to be the king of the great country of America. Not of my dead body. Afghani war, forgotten war, Vietnam, 58,000 plus for 10 years. For what? Nothing. Not at all. You always got to fight someone else's wars. She never went into Vietnam. She went into Korea. Mind her own business. Ukraine's going at it. The hunch is that Russia started the war. So did Poland invade Germany then? I'm just curious. In 1938, is that how that war started? Did they just and all of a sudden that pissed off Hitler? I'm just curious. There's a lot of dumb stuff. That's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Zelensky is like, whatever, man. Die on your feet before you live on your knees, man. Fucking party. Imploding this country. We have balls. Let's say, trees. We win blue on a cop called crackhead. But who are they? Air Force is the Army and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchant. That's got close to the uniform thing so much. Ones that have served and passed, ones that are serving and will serve. Thank you so much. And wherever you're at, we appreciate all you guys do out there, domestic and abroad. Always make sure you see something, say something in your community. The Pope, I guess, I know he's on the Deadpool hit for my niece. She's got the Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated. People are going to get old man one day. So I'm sorry until we start educating these people. That's all there is to Boy Scouts. Same thing as we start caring about children's future and women. Will be a better world, but sex trafficking has been going on since the beginning of Hebrew slaves. So, until you see something, say something, we execute people that do that behavior and lop their heads off. I don't care. Public hangings every noon. That's all they got to do. But no, can't do it. Know the difference in mistaken choice in your life. You are where you are right now because of if you're broke, you don't have any money, whatever. Sitting in your house, pissing and moaning because of poor choices. Dave, 25. All YouTube wants me to turn on my stuff on the other channel. I'm not going to be asking for money. No one wants to be a member of the channel. Sorry. I'm not, but it's a free service for you. Go ahead and listen to it. I paid for my mixer. I paid for my cameras. I paid for my drone. I've done for a damn thing. You help me by liking and making a comment down below. I appreciate the dislikes. I really, really do. But I do appreciate you guys very, very much. When you make good choices, remember, if you don't like two men having sex, I get it. You can't watch two women squeal and smash gash, munch. That's gay sex. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing. I had a conversation with my sister-in-law one day about people of color, whatever, in White Bear Lake, and I said, Jesus loves you. This I know, if the Bible tells me so, right? Kind of looks at me and I go, Jesus loves all. He holds the keys to the gates of heaven, not you. It's not a very Christian thing to be doing. Kind of looked at me because, there's no Latinos in, yes, there are, White Bear Lake. A lot of Hmongs live in Maplewood. It's like, whatever, woman. So it's not a very Christian thing to me. She looked at me. I'm like, we do the Deadpool pick every, the family. People piss them off, but they all want to get involved. And she was all mad about the way we do the Deadpool pick on Christmas. Picking. That's just disgusting. You don't like it, don't listen to us do our Deadpool picks. But it's safe sex an issue through a pillow trench. I put a condom on, keep the kids all hard, but you always say it's not that tough. I mean, I don't care if you want F in the backseat of the car in Las Vegas outside of Green Valley, right? That's fun. Just have sex on the couch, make love in the bed. That's entirely up to you. Please, women, you carry the groceries. You carry the groceries for the behaviors of you spunking inside you and filling you full of your caverns and getting into your seed and miss the period. Now he's long gone, or she does find you, then you have to pay that child for many, many years, never see it. If you listen to me and use a condom on, prevent AIDS or herpes or gummy in the penis, don't use abortion for birth control. Adoption is the option. Thank you so much. And don't drink and drive. Call someone or you will murder somebody. Okay? Pick up the phone. It's not that tough. It isn't. Just see the sources that come in. Usually Spotify, because it pays me. I had a bunch the other day on Spotify. iVox, Apple Podcasts, iHeart, Spreaker, AppCore, CastBox, Podbean, Chrome. Geolocations: United States, Spain, United Kingdom, India, Russia, South Korea, United Kingdom, Canada, Ghana, Israel, Japan, and the Philippines, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, District of Columbia, New York, Florida, Texas, Utah, Missouri, Wisconsin, the Ohio, Washington, Alabama, Tyrol, Oregon, Minnesota, and Louisiana. Appreciate you guys. Texas, Austin once, Florida, Port Charlotte once, and St. Augustine once. Idaho, Star once. Utah, American Fork once. New York, Middle Island twice. Came back twice. Thank you. Medville, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia. See, Barley Shove. Eau Claire once, and Minnesota is Minneapolis. And Alabama, Tyrol, Birmingham, Alabama. Damn right. And Missouri is Kansas City, and Nebraska's Omaha on Grand Island. I still got to collect our winnings for the Super Bowl 59. My $400 and some dollars on her own. So I don't need to take a day off. We can drive down there and get it. We don't take a drive. Let's talk about before. Call some mercy one, right? This is a condom. I forgot to pull out. That's what you want to use. Okay. Call some mercy one. Pick the phone. Okay. That's all we're asking. Thank you. I talk to call someone. We'll murder someone. All there's to it. But anyways, the haters out there. There's that one adventure person was talking about something. I don't know what her name is, but he or she, it, whatever. This person reminds me of before when I reffed hockey, and my brother was the bitch. He was what was he? Hang on a minute. Where is this person? I know they felt honored. What the hell their name is now? With some adventure channel that doesn't have any face behind the behaviors. Desert Bum Adventure, I think it was. Let me see. Yeah, so whoever the hell it is showing their butt crack. That's fine. I get it. You want to rip, go ahead and rip. I get it, and I appreciate it. But it reminds me when they were accusing me of throwing kids in the penalty box when he was being a dink. And I was already reffing hockey in District 6. This was 18 years ago. And my lower back was killing me, and it was trying to leave anyways. I remember I went to we went for 3 years, and they're like, no, I'm not throwing a kid in the penalty box. I don't do that kind of behavior because they don't like me. They don't like my brother. I don't do this kind of behavior. But this faceless person, so we're in the meeting, we're all in a room, and the guy, I think he's Gary, he talked like that, so I mimicked him, which didn't help any. I knew they were going to kick me out because so I mimicked the other guy, and I said, I told the guy, I said, I can't fight faceless people. What do you mean? I said, well, if they're accusing me of throwing these kids in the penalty box, where's this person who was a leader of Burnsville hockey to come here and tell me to my face they think I'm throwing someone in the penalty box? I can be a bad referee. I make my poor choices on calls. But they got all mad, and I said, I can't fight faceless people. I said, this is a court of law. You have to be in court of law. But you're going to probably kick me out. I'm going to probably go out of the room like you're going to have, and I'm going to come back, and you're going to say you can't ref in District 6, which happened. And they just said, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna accuse me of something, I would never throw a child in a penalty box. You nuts. This went on for 3 years. Reminds me when I was going to work 10 years at the airport. There was a job. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was 3 African American gentlemen and a white guy in a car. And there was 2 boys, 17 and 19. This lady was just a total skeleton of a woman, right? And they were always smoking dope, and they were in the front yard. 3 o'clock in the morning, and dealing drugs. So I went on the corner, called the city. I called the city. I said, "Hey, give the address. There's some people in my community are dealing drugs. I'd like them to get over here." Cops came and arrested the guy who lived there. He was already on a warrant. And I said, "By the way, do me a favor. Tell her who called." I said, "Yeah, tell her who called. Give her my name. Gave her my name. She can come down and see me." She did. I got home and she came walking down all pissed off. And I said, "Yeah." I said, "You're damn right." I said, "This is a great neighborhood. Right next to you, 2 African-American guys who are gay just moved in. They moved out later on because one of the guys got a job in Maine." But I said, "We have children in this neighborhood, man. You take your punk kids." And then I said, "Why do you think your husband left you?" She soon moved out. The house was so fumigated. They had to fumigate the house where they could sell. It was so full of dope. They put video games. My point was, I was not afraid to be. I was going to be a faceless little troll that pissed and moaned about it. I mean, it's my neighborhood, man. I lived here my whole life, so that's the way she works. But I get the. I get it. Piss and moan about me. I get it. But you're just, I get it. Just a faceless little troll. That's all there is to it. Pissing and moaning behind a keyboard. I can be respected, but it actually has a face and can rip on me. I go for it. But to me, it's pretty funny to sit there and piss and moan. So it is what it is. I did see Eye for the Eye. Did a few one about the drone over St. Paul. That was pretty hilarious. That was hilarious. So that was funny. They did that. So I do like the AI stuff, and he does too. So I think it's pretty funny. But I'm like, but the usual hating and watching Sarasota Tim, and then I know that New York Dan was on a cruise and he met up with Dinger at some restaurant. I'm like, and they were all. There's one thing about I guess Tim last week took a test drive with a Tesla. I've drove a few at the airport. Not a big deal. I like the body style of of them. I think they're cool. Remind me of the old the Javelins, the AMC. The AMC made very unique looking cars. They had the Pacer, and they had all these Gremlins and the Javelin, and they stuck out like a thumb. And that's one thing about Elon Musk cars. They stick out, and I get it. And I mean, I love to buy one and make it into a throw a gas engine in there. It'd be hilarious as hell. You could probably do it. Just got to figure out what engine you put in there, and you have to do a little rigging and do a little welding. It'd be hilarious as hell. But I don't know what the big deal is. I personally wouldn't buy one unless I'm 70. I'm just driving around here in Minneapolis. Fine. Just cruise around with it. You charge it every night, but I'm not. I can't drive from here to Chicago to go see Carl. I can't go do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. I thought of Tater last week. I'm going out to St. Paul. It's Tuesday. Okay, when you're driving a school bus like I do with my truck, you got to walk around and look at everything and make sure the guy's on 94, cruising through Riverside with no lights on the bus. I get up next to him and honk his horn. I point. I go whites. He looks at me funny. I flash when he turned them on. I'm like, okay, you didn't do your job this morning. So you didn't walk around and look at your lights. I mean, he had no lights on a school bus. At 6:30 in the morning, I'm like, you dummy. It's amazing. People all the time. It's snowing, raining outside or something, or it's real cloudy out. People don't turn the lights on. Like, how dumb are you? You're just so stupid for our 2 hour again. It was a big thing about the Tesla, and good old Miss Vicky, the do-gooder of the haters, was talking about it, and she was, she's pretty hilarious to a point. I mean, she is what Amberly Ambrosia with a $30,000 mill, who's probably in jail. And she deleted her whole channel. She deleted her Amberly show, and she deleted the network when he went to jail. And it's like, we'll see what Fat Boy does with his sister if she deletes his whole both his things and just be done with it and no longer around anymore. We'll see. I know Camo Dave is still out there. His channel's still out there. And I think what's his name? Who I dick wrote him. Hobo Shoestring is probably still out there. His channel's out there too as well. So someone's making money in his stuff. So I did rail fanning in his behalf and did an ode to him, and people were on this channel pissing and moaning about that. So I had some dick ride. I've been dick riding this for as long as I can take it. The blind views, and I launched the GoFundMe. What did I see here now? What did I see here? They were already, people were already, let's say, Peace Heart Rattlesnakes, replying, follow me back that we can discuss how we can contribute to your GoFundMe. Someone on Twitter, that's absolutely hilarious. Reposted your Jessica's reposting. Who is this person? Support part of family on Friday. Dylan, okay. It's hilarious. I'm not gonna follow your ass back. Oh, pray for it, but he's got a GoFundMe. He's already raised $84,000 on his one. But yeah, there's a lot of GoFundMes out there. So I have the GoFundMe for Blind Views for the dogs. So I all of a sudden I pumped it out, and there's no one on here praying for your success for your GoFundMe campaign. Hi there, I Can't Crush campaign. I'm deeply moved by the changes of your face, to have you help you with all my effort. But I'm surprised about something. Can you follow me back to ask you? No. I wish I could support your campaign right now, but due to personal circumstances, I'm able, but I'll share with my friends and family, help spread the word. I'm able to definitely contribute directly if you could follow me back. Actually, I'm not going to follow you back. Who's this Zoe Smith? Who is this? Who is a good singer? Let me see. God can do as well. We'll do the at her. So it's like, not going to follow your back. I'm not going to follow your young ass back. I'm not going to do it, bitch boys. Not going to do it. But yeah, the haters are just continually hating and having the time of their lives. And we will get Carl on here. Carl becoming a one-trick pony. He is becoming to be a one-trick pony with his behavior he's doing. With he does these long-ass videos now. It's like, I feel sorry for you, Carl. It's just like Daniel. I mean, meeting up with this guy in a restaurant. I mean, it was just kind of strange. Two people are. Here's what the dinger. To me, I'm really not united by hate with or dislike for. I'm united with Carl because it fascinates me, these people, and that will watch Tater, just like Blind Views watches Tater. I knew he'd come out with a video as soon as a day wasn't gone by, and I listened to part of the one with Blind Views bitching about people, bitching about the nomads, and there was some lady, African-American lady, was talking. It popped up yesterday or today. This morning I saw it, I listened to it. She was talking about the theft out there and where they're at right now. It does imagine that. And somebody, her daughter who's on the spectrum, wanted to buy someone a sandwich or something, and they wanted money or something. It's like just how Cortez is just, because I got a friend of mine who lives close to Cortez, and he goes, he hates it this time of year because they all come over there and they have a bunch of idiots. But how bad it is, I'm not surprised. We get a bunch of people people expect you to help them or something. So it's like, I'm not surprised at all what goes on out there at Cortez. Not at all whatsoever. Never surprises me. But yeah, they're just, so they the two haters got together. They did a 40-minute video, it looked like, sitting in some restaurant. That'd be awful awkward to be doing a live stream in a restaurant. I mean, there's a lot of places you could do it. You could do like a walk and talk or something, whatever, walk around and, yeah, I don't know, just someplace else, sit on a bench somewhere. I don't know, but not in a restaurant. Just, I guess if I met New York Dan, we would go somewhere and talk about whatever we talk about. I don't know. We go do something substantial. I'm not gonna sit in a Denny's or wherever the hell they're sitting and waste good suffering 40 minutes about him and Dinger talking about the haters, about Sarasota Tim. And the obsession is real. I mean, it is. I've said before, okay? To me, it's, hey, I've talked about people. I have. But I'm surely not going to. I can dedicate. To me, it's fun to dick ride the haters. It really, really is. It's funny to follow them and see Carl do a long dysentery thing. I don't know if he would ever leave the house. I know that. I don't know what's his name. I went into things and looked over there in Blind Views. They're still bitching about what's his name, the anonymous grifter anonymous, whatever the hell is anonymous, whatever the hell he is. Still bitching about his views. It's like what he believes in. Well, he's going to die on his feet. So because he spoke out against Blind Views, who's nothing but is a liberal, because he's asking for money. When you ask for money, you are a liberal. A conservative Republican, we work for a living. We pay our bills. Whatever I make on my YouTube account, I don't know what I made last year. I made more here on Spreaker. I'm paid from from that. The hell is that? I can't remember that website is. I just mentioned. I can't forget his name, but I just think it's hilarious that they watch Timmy because they did, how many videos he does each day, and they waste good suffering on the guy. I'm just like, oh my word! I just like, my God. But that's but the big thing about, because he test drive a Tesla was a big thing, and Miss Vicky, sitting in her car talking about going to the prison job, and she's trying to find. I've never seen somebody so emotionally involved with parking in my entire life. Let me see here now. Let me see. I gotta go over here. No, I don't want that. I'll let it wash. Come on. There you go. But I like these long songs. I've heard before, just they're in the background. They're just kind of cool to watch and do the drone videos and stuff. But the drone videos have been, those are old videos. But I do want to get my drone out. I've done it for like, I don't know. I've used it a few times before. But they're fun to put up. Wherever they get, with music too. It's like my first all time that I lost at one time. It went all the way, and I thought it was gone. I was just like, oh no, and I was looking for it, and I thought I heard it, and then we went back, and we were having dinner, and so I pulled the thing out, and you could track where it's at. So I didn't know that, so we went and looked for it. It landed in between Highway 7 and an exit right in the middle. All of a sudden, oh my God, I got out of the car, and there it was, just sitting right in the middle of the grass. I got so lucky, because it was above me when I was looking for it back in this residential area, but it was above me, and then it came down. It was hilarious. Then another time, I was over by the bridge, and I went on the other side, and then when I went back to where I was supposed to go, I went back to where I was standing. I didn't realize, so I'm looking for it, and I'm walking back, and there wasn't a tree. I got a little lucky that it was there, so now I've learned my lesson on that. So, but I got way, way too high, and it wouldn't come back, and I was like, I watched it run off. I'm like, oh my God, I was so pissed. I'm like, oh, I lost it. But my favorite video on YouTube a good 4 or 5 years ago, this lady, I think it was Hawaii, and she looks in the camera and she goes, Mom, forgive me. She lost her drone. Like there's like rocks at little islands. So she knew where it was, so she gets in the high tide, so she gets up on the rock and she's walking through it. It's a decent size, like a size of a roof of my house, and it's full of like vegetation. So she's walking around in this vegetation and looking for it. She finally finds it. Oh my God, it was hilarious. I know she felt, but it was just hilarious. A good long time ago. It was hilarious. So she's looking for it, and then she finds it. It was so when the tide was high, that she could get on the rock and look for it. But I've seen people. A guy I work with lost his just when dived right in the lake. And some of the knockoffs, one guy goes, "It's the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thing in the world." He was like, he was talking like that. He goes, "It just took off on me. I never see it again." And one of the guys lost in the middle of a field, and a farmer found it years later. But it was kind of funny. But yeah, you gotta be careful with your drone, man. You're flying. It's fun. I mean, I learned my lesson. I got lucky, but I gotta fire it back up again, and bring the computer out and charge it all up and get all that stuff ready to rock and roll and fly it around. It's fun to fly. I mean, you know what you're doing. I flew around Central Park over there one time, screwed around with that once in a while. It's kind of fun. Just gotta make sure you know what you're doing. You're flying around, so. But it is what it is. But the drone was fun to put up. So, but yeah, I just think it's a lot hilarious with this continual of to see Daniel and Dinger doing a meet and greet kind of, and they're connected together by dislike for some YouTuber. It's just like me getting lucky to meet the Huss or something, because we're both creators, right? Or Wandering Gypsy or something, or you got to be lucky to run into the Daily Woo. Hey, he's a YouTuber. You say hello, you maybe do a video with the guy, whatever. You're at Disney and whatever. You meet a certain, YouTuber, but that's because you're both creators, not meeting some other guy who pisses bones about a grown ass man. I'm sorry, but he lives in New York. I don't know wherever in Dingerlands, but there are things you can go see. I mean, I got one coming up. Went to the train place over there in Minneapolis. So that was fun. That's coming up, and then I have the GoFundMe going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing that for Blind Views. Got a GoFundMe, and we're gonna have that, and have the time of our lives. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm looking forward to that. But I get the responses on lovely and talented Twitter about that. We were raising money for Blind Views. We're going to get him a seeing eye dog for his young ass. That's what we got to do. Because you just know Blind Views is triggered by when I have Carl on. He's triggered by I love to have what's his name on, the guy what they all triggered on him. What the hell's his name again? I keep forgetting his name. That one's got let me see, Grifters Anonymous. It's got 455, 35 comments, 15 likes, 18 dislikes. So that's pretty funny. It's pretty hilarious. You see all the comments I haven't responded on. I've just done all of them. So I like that one. Got like that. Making lame videos. Gotcha. I think I'm having way too much fun here. So he's talking with Eye for an Eye. So the adventures that one meant amusing me, but we're the ones we moved to a privatized. I did one Grifter's Wife was meant to be funny, but was taken as a truth instead. I mean, I don't believe whatever. It's okay. I like that one. Don't have hate anyone else, but I do dislike some of the reasons that people put lives on YouTube. The audience scrutinize them like they do. Tim is so much of a star of investigating. Life doesn't. A darling channel. I do think her recent video did some doxing, but I do feel that the channel is. I tend to agree. You know. But Desert Bum Admin, go do some adventures. So Trump 2028. Okay. So I'm just kind of looking at I'm kind of liking certain things on here. So I didn't know they're on there. So any held ones on? Let's see if there's any held ones on here. No, because that one accused me of you mumble. Maybe your hearing is going bad for Kiss the Ring. I mumble? I didn't know I mumbled. But yeah, it's pretty hilarious to see this behavior going on. To me, I laugh, I cry, and then I cry, and then I scream, and I laugh. But like I said, G Mangos. People don't know who he was. He was an overnight guy along with Evil Abe. From what I had heard from Sweet Melissa, he was in a hospice care, and he did the overnight shift with Evil Anus. If Tina D was on, he had a great voice, but whatever. I know he did a lot of e-begging, and Evil Anus is always on there too as well. He's the overnight people that yelling and hollering and doing 3, 4, 5 hour shows, and again, just like with Blind Views tonight, that is a get together of the haters. They're united with hating on people. That's what they're there for. Tater, because Tater went to Mexico. I'm happy for you. I mean, again, if I'm Tater or I'm any of these people, I would drive around the entire Lake Superior. I remember my wife's friend did that, but I'd take my time along the way. And like I said, all I need to play is my golf clubs, because I'm a golf club. I love playing golf. I love to fish, and I like to bike. And that's what I would bring in my little camper. And I'd go through Canada, and it goes all the way around, comes back, do the whole thing for a whole summer. But he's still working on the bus, which I did before. He's going to get pulled over one of these days. They're going to say, do you have air brakes? Are you certified to drive this? They'll tow it too. It's just a waste. That's such a waste of money to do that bus. Like I said, a friend of mine has a bus on his cabin. My next neighbor, who the daughter just turned 15, when I think maybe 8 years ago he bought an old RV and made it and just gutted it out here, and then pulled it up to the cabin and they made it into a little playhouse. So I get that, and you could make it as a bunk. I told him he took all the axles off it, and all the seats were already taken out already for him, and he put it up there, and we put the front end, put a bathroom in the front end where the engine was, and it's a great little bunk. And it can sleep like 10, I think, or something like that, but it's a cool little bunkhouse, all electricity into it, and the girls and everything, the family comes over, and it's nice. It's a nice place. It's a nice place. You have your bathroom there, and they can do whatever else, and electricity. The only way I do that, where my cabin is, you can rent a spot for, I don't know how much it is a month. Not too expensive, maybe $100 something, which is inexpensive. I have seen a bus there for the whole summer. So I would drive my bus up there, pull my car, and that's your whole place for the summer up there. I think so. For 5 months, you live in the bus. I get that. Then you drive it back to like Arizona, someplace for the whole time. I get it. You back and forth twice. Maybe you're gonna live out there at that BLM, but those buses they're not made to drive around. And I get all the behavior. I guess I'm the kind of person. Just give me a decent sized fifth wheel or a bubble, and I'm fine. And I can see the country. I'm going to drive my car. I'm going to have a 4-wheel drive van that you can get from Airstream has. They're all-wheel drives, and my Airstream would be maybe a knockdown bed if I wanted to sit and watch TV inside. It'd be my living room. Be easy to get around, all-wheel drive, so I can take it anywhere and I can pull whatever I want. And I have the basic Ace. I price it out to get the all-wheel drive truck, which you want, and you can cruise where you want, and storage inside of it. I think it's like $170,000, and then that can last for a long time. You take care of it. You're going to be an RVer. You have the money to do it. That's all there is to it. The money to do it. Not that tough, but it's just kind of the whining, the pissy, moaning, and this the hater community makes you laugh. The one person that was the faceless troll, whining, pissing, and moaning. It's like, sorry, until you can show your face and have at it, but that's the way she rolls. But I don't know. I think it's hilarious. This podcast. What's this? New podcast. Create a podcast existing, add a podcast and submit. Promote your channel business. I don't need all that post. I got that live. So channel Blind View sends out the white hats. Yeah, the white hats. That live stream I did here has got 3 dislikes. But I don't need this short. Delete the one about Super Bowl. Not a big deal. And delete that one. A couple of these shorts I don't need. They didn't go anywhere. It's too bad. But I just don't bother. I delete stuff. I'm not afraid to delete stuff. I don't privatize anything. Everything is just deleted. It's there or not. I don't just privatize anything. So delete a few things. Cockroach dinner dance. Let me see. Can I go anywhere? No, delete that one. Oh, perfect. Shorts are fun, but I love one, but one dislike. So I always appreciate everybody that comes to the show and saves trolls. I really do. But yeah, God rest your soul, young man. Way she goes. It is what it is. Let's see if Sweet Melissa is in the building. Sweet Melissa.
Hello?
Hey, welcome to the show. So is it true that G Mango's passed away?
I knew that's why you were going to call. I think so.
Because that's Dave told me he passed away, because I told him he's not much. I said, I heard from Sweet Melissa that he was in a hospice care.
No, I didn't. He was in a rehab.
Okay, because I did a song from him on my channel, an AI song. So it's pretty good.
He was in a rehab, and I think he got sick and had to go to the hospital. Excuse me.
You don't sound very well.
I know, we've all had this. I know. I think he passed away yesterday, maybe Saturday. Today's Monday.
Yeah.
Dave is like becoming the Undertaker of YouTube.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, this one died and that one died.
Well, he likes to dick ride, kind of like I do, but he doesn't do anything in the first place. He's a waste of good suffering, man. He calls me all the time. So I go, Dave, I don't care what you're doing with Tina D. I don't care what you're doing with her young ass. I don't care what you're doing with her son. I don't care what you're doing. Then he's using the Haggy Rant's name. He wants to go into my channel and pretend you hijacked. I said, no, I already gave you a chance to help me with my channel and you deleted stuff. So I said, no, you're not coming to my channel. You're not touching my channel again. You broke my trust. You can kiss my ass.
I think he's going to be good for the information when Steve Cody gets out of jail.
When does your other grandson get out of jail?
I don't know. It's coming though. I guess he could get more time.
I told him. I said, if they keep him in the Huska like a halfway house, he's fine. Then he just goes to work every day and he pays his taxes. I told Dave. I said his drug is YouTube. That's his drug is YouTube because he doesn't know how to act.
Stalking is his drug.
Yeah, Well, that one court order someone put up somewhere in Massachusetts. He left the courtroom and he leaves the courtroom. What does he do? He already starts harassing the other person. But with time he leaves, he gets on and starts harassing her. That's all he knows. That's all he knows.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. They don't have all the mental institutions like they used to lock him up.
Yeah, it's just like. Dave, he's your hero, Dave. He's your effing hero. That's what he is.
I'll miss him. So I'll probably go visit him, put money on his books.
Yep. It's just
Steve is like a what do you call it, a hero?
Mm-hmm. That's right. I still can't believe Papa's gone.
Let's lay this on the table. I will for myself. He wasn't a very nice person.
No, he wasn't. He was. You know what he went through with you. I mean, the way he.
Yeah. He's just a loser. I feel bad for his family.
Yep.
The girls.
Especially the girls.
And her.
Especially Jar, the middle one. The way he treated her, especially that one day.
Yeah.
That live stream. He looks over at her and goes, "You can send me an email if you need to talk to me."
Yeah.
I'm like, you kidding me? So now, I told Dave, I said, the wife was probably a nice lady. She became a raging biatch because of what he was doing on YouTube, trying to be the next kid behind the camera, because his idea was he was going to raise money to put the 3 kids through college.
Okay. I'm back.
Yeah, but that's what he thought he could do. He could raise money, and he was just a dink. And the way he treated the middle child, Jar, and then Satan's granddaughter didn't make any well. And like I told Dave, she needs to sell the house, put the eldest in a group home, and tell the 2 other girls you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because Satan's granddaughter is going to be, if she gets older, her evilness is going to start to infest more. I said, that woman.
Maybe it'll get better.
What?
Maybe she'll get better.
Well, like I told Dave, I said now the wife can now rest and can actually just live her life without having to worry about taking his young ass. Always having to hear him bitch, whine, take care of him, bring me this, bring me that, feed him.
Right. I think that they'll lose a lot of money.
Oh, you think so?
Right? Oh yeah. Well, he got the bigger amount of Social Security, I'd assume. So she took an early retirement.
And they spent all that money.
He'd been retired from 18? He joined retirement?
Mm-hmm. Well, remember that?
About 18?
Yep, because when they had money, he was all excited. I told you on the phone. I said, it's like all of a sudden your husband leaves his job and he gets like a quick 10 grand. Let's say the hubby gets let go and they give him 10 grand. Here's a severance, and you guys just spend it all like in 1 month. Instead of saying, okay, what do we have to do with this money? Let's make sure we can go a long ways. You guys just spend it all. Oh my God, here's 10 grand. And that's what he did with that.
He blew it all.
Yeah, he blew it all. That's what he did. Because he didn't look for forward. That's the problem. She got her, her. That's what people do. So
I think it was a partial pension, wasn't it?
Yeah, when she left, I think she got like a lump sum when she left.
Yeah,
and then they had money.
But she retired at 62, so you get less money.
Correct. Well,
so she doesn't get much money, I assume.
Correct. But I told Dave he wasted so much money on Satan's granddaughter in the truck. I told Dave, I told him this.
Remember that.
I said, Dave, one car, it's all they needed. If she wanted her own car, she could work for it. That was the biggest waste of money, was the car behavior. And he didn't need one either. I said, Dave, Satan's granddaughter, I bought my own car when I was 16 years old, Dave. I bought my own car. We all did. You want a car? You saved for it when you were 13, 14, caddy and working at Burger King. I paid cash
And it
for
wasn't a brand new car.
No, I went down and bought a used 65 Chevy Impala and I drove it. My brother bought a Newport. My sister bought a Mustang. We all bought our own vehicle when we were 16 years old.
Yep.
And
they were what, 10, 12, maybe 15 years old?
Yeah. None of this, my dad buying me a truck. Are you kidding me? Unless I had the money to do it.
And they bought her a car.
Yeah.
They bought her a car.
And she's the most ungrateful person I've ever, that woman is evil. She is Satan's granddaughter. She's picture gate all the way, like it or not, until I'm proven differently.
I heard somebody brought that up to me the other day.
That's true, man.
I'm not going to say who it was. And I said, he said, there's a couple videos out there. And one of them, Jamie Hicks did. And I said, it's actually pretty good. Go listen to it.
Right.
If you want to know what really was going on.
Oh, just recently she put one?
No, remember back? No, the old one.
Oh, yeah.
And it circulated. It came out of that house. Everybody knew that.
Right. Yeah, no, that's what I told somebody. I said, we all know it. He wanted to blame me, Dave, everybody else. I'm surprised he didn't blame you. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't blame you. It came from inside the house. And he damn near outwardly called a Big Kiss a pedophile. Damn, right there. I mean, because guess what? The do-gooder was sending the rock star stuff, and she was pissed. And then Satan's granddaughter, so she took a picture of her sister and sent it out, and the cockroach had to send it out. I told that to Wisconsin Carrie on Twitter. I told her that. You made a poor choice. You didn't. If that would have been sent to me, it would have been deleted. It would have been never. It would have been No, I'm not going to go, hey, I got to send this to Melissa. Hey, Melissa, guess what I got?
But no.
No.
But we all know who took it.
Right.
Where it came from.
Yep.
And that wasn't fair to do to a lot of people. But that's how they were. That's how he was.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was,
Yep.
I don't think G Mangos was a bad person at all.
No, I think G Man was a good shit. I mean, he had a great voice. I mean, Evil Abe is the one that's the idiot,
Yeah. But my favorite G Mangos is when Rich Life would get up there and start talking. Just being stupid.
Yeah.
And he kind of bait him into it. He was like half dead a couple weeks ago. Really sick, and Rich Life, it was his birthday. Rich Life came up there and he said, G Mangos. He didn't say happy birthday. How are you? I'm going to get $20,000 from Ford Motor because my transmission went on my Ford Focus. It's like, what?
Yeah, he was a piece who worked at. I mean, he's still around, right? I mean, he's still around.
Yeah.
How about Elvis Travels, that little idiot? Is he still around?
I haven't seen him.
He's just another weirdo. Just some of these people.
I think he's on Facebook.
Okay. Oh, he's streaming. He doesn't stream on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Because he's been kicked off many times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
deserved to be.
Well, then what's his name? That one guy who wanted to be a woman. What was his name?
Oh my God, Melvin John.
No, that one guy who was what was his name? He went back to being went back to be a man again. I told he was a woman.
Oh, Rosie O'Kelly.
Yeah, I told you that. I told Dave. I said if I'm going to be a woman tomorrow, nothing wrong with that. You have to sell it. He didn't sell it. He sounded to us like a man, and it's just. I'm sorry. I told Dave. I said he will go back to be a man because I get it.
He did.
Yeah, he did. I knew he would because it just was it was a thing for him to do it for fun, and then all of a sudden, okay, you get the boobs on, but you're going to have to learn to walk like a woman and sound like a woman and look like a woman.
Have all the hair. He had all the hair removed from his body.
Exactly. You have to.
That's painful.
And exactly. I mean, it's easier for a woman to go to a man because it's just a different persona. But for a woman, you have to walk and act like one. You can't just pretend that you are.
They usually can't do it. Usually.
Right. I know some gay men that have gone to the other side and they look pretty good. And but your eyes will look at a transgender person who wants to be a woman, and it tells you man because the body features of and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't care.
The hands.
Yeah, the hands, the way they carry themselves, but you really have to sell it. Just like being an actor in a movie, like when Tom Hanks, did Forrest Gump. He sold that character.
Yeah, he did.
He sold it, and you just like with what's his name, did an okay job on our the hell was his name, Liberace. He did a pretty good job on it. I mean,
he did pretty good.
Yeah.
What about Dustin Hoffman? Who did he do?
The girl.
Rain Man. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be just like with he passed away. Did Miss Doubtfire sold that whole thing? He sold it. See, he did. He sold that because he acted like a woman the way he did it. He sold it.
Yeah.
So
he did. He was an over-the-top woman, but he was.
Rosie O'Kelly, I told Dave, I said, he will go back. I said, he just talks like a man when he's sitting in his car trying to be a woman. And I'm like, no, it's just a gig. And I knew it was going to go back to, and that's fine.
What a weird gig, huh?
Yeah, he was a strange man. But
weird gig.
He still has the same. I saw a video one day, happened to come up, and he was doing something like, oh, it's just you still have this weird look to you, man. You're still kind of strange, But,
yeah. He has it's sort of, I don't know if he takes hormones or something. He has almost a feminine face.
Correct. Well, because I think it's probably
kind of weird.
Yeah, to be a woman is you got to do a lot of work to do that, because you got to give her all your manual behavior.
We don't have it easy, do we?
No.
But they don't get their period. They don't have babies. They don't go through anything.
Exactly. So, have you spoke to the cockroach at all or not?
Absolutely not. Not for a long time.
The cockroach.
I don't think she's well. I really don't think she's well.
Okay.
So, maybe that's what. I don't know. I'm not interested in that crap anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really deal with that stuff on that side of the fence. The Sarasota Tim haters make me laugh. Those people they watch the Sarasota Tim. They do like 3 or 4 videos a day. He does. Then they bitch about him. So it's like you eat something. Yeah. You eat. Let's say you don't like clam chowder. You don't like burger. Whatever. You eat it every night and you bitch about it. These Sarasota Tim haters the guy's a good con man. He's a great con man. But Carl, I've had Carl on my show a few times, and then New York Dan met up with another hater at some restaurant. They did a 40-minute video in a restaurant talking about Sarasota Tim. I'm like, oh my God. So they getting together.
Hate watching, you know what that is.
What?
We all hate watching.
Oh, hate watching. I mean, but
we did it with grits.
But Fat Boy was more entertaining because he would go off the deep end, and where Sarasota Tim just tells lies and asking for money, buy me a cup of coffee. Where Fat Boy in his heyday, my favorite one, you type in his name, when I sent him the papers.
I've watched that numerous times.
That's my favorite one. And the other one when he is Hagee Rants Archives. It's an hour 15-minute live stream. I've listened to that 3 times. And he's just bitching at Satan's granddaughter. But the best one when he's bitching about me, he lights up the card. And it's the most best. It's my favorite video because he's sitting in the chair and he lights it on fire. It's the best. And then another
I wanted to prove you did not have ownership. You cannot own him. Slavery was absolved.
That was so good. That was
when he, my favorite was when he thought he was really smart, and he'd say stuff, and you're like, what?
Yep. What
are you talking about?
What? Yeah. When someone says something in the chat room, what?
I was like, what are you talking about?
The stories he would tell about the turkeys and running off, and wanting to get the Vietnam War, all that stuff. And it's just the stuff he'd say. It was just, I like to lie, but he was the best.
He believed it, though. His lies, he really believed them.
Yep.
What about the police dog that he killed?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Killing dogs. Another thing, yep. Mm-hmm.
He did a lot of... God. He was badass. The machine guns. Remember the machine guns?
And then the best one was The best one was going up to thinking the boys were going to the park. That was my favorite
That
video.
was the best.
Thinking, again, I live pretty close to the park here, and I could walk up there. It would take me it takes you 10, 15 minutes. How close I am to it. I could walk up there. There's like, go ahead, John boy, I'm coming up to get your ass. I walk up there, I stand up there, and I start bitching. Oh, damn it, I know you guys are here. Oh, my God, you bastards. That was the favorite. He's in there, and you know Satan's granddaughter had a weapon with her. You know it. You know she did.
She was in the back. She was there, and the mother got out, puffed her saggy old boobs out, and walked around. I'm like, she's the only one. They knew.
Oh, it was so good.
What was going on?
My favorite when
And
he
it
was
like,
when he was downtown too, and they're leaving the downtown. He doesn't know anything about downtown Sydney, and she has to tell him.
yeah.
And then the one time it was 4th of July, it was a parade, and he's looking around because he was scared to be in public.
I remember.
He's looking around like he's looking for someone who's going to jump out. That was my favorite. Then yelling at
Was
somebody.
it the Christmas parade or was it summer?
I think it might have been something. Maybe it was Chris because he had his jacket on, but he's looking around for people thinking they're going to come after him. He was just so. It was just. Then he's at the county fair and he sees some poop. He calls me the cow.
I remember.
I told Dave. I told Dave I would have loved to have me sit in my car in Minneapolis in a parking lot. You get an Asian woman, which he loved, walk up to him and with a note, and then she opens it up, and then have a John Hagee kid around the corner waving like it, and then it said John Hagee and Cowpote are here to see you, and watch her freak out. And then say Cowpote's live. And I say I'm in the parking lot live in Sydney in the park. He would freak out that I'm actually live in the parking lot of the county fair. And it
was a Christmas parade, and one of the trolls was messaging on the live stream saying they were in the house. Remember that one?
Yes.
And he believed it. I was like, oh my, he was just the most gullible ass person ever.
It's just those days are just. But you can watch the one that I watched that one before about him burning up the thing. That was the epic one. That was hilarious.
No, that was a good one too, though. The Pikachu.
Yep.
Remember that one? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's damn lucky something did happen to that one that she didn't. But because governor couldn't do it himself, so he had a minor child do his dirt work for him. I don't care, burn it, but you can't do it yourself, you know. But you know why he spray painted everything? Because he didn't want them to have it. That's why he spray painted it.
Yeah.
He spent more money on that stuff than it was worth. That's what made me laugh the whole thing. Is that you spray paint it and you put it in a box and ship it to him. So
they just used him to get him to do that. You know that.
It'd be like me having Zane B at the time I was 15, good friend of mine, going, hey, Zane, you want to do me a favor? I buy a Hagee Ranch shirt and I have him, a young minor child, do a video to burn my Hagee Ranch stuff. Yeah. It's like, really? Hey,
dressed up in a Pikachu outfit. Yep. It was big and it was windy, and it was blowing, and they had lighter fluid.
And they're damn lucky, man. She would have got on fire.
I was like, wow.
You didn't have anything to put in the fire. Put on you do damn well. She got something under her. She was done for him. She was done for him.
He really made some good choices.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He did.
The storytelling is epic with him, and just
the best.
They're the best.
It was the best.
I'll be missed. I wonder if there's gonna be a plot anywhere. A plot. I mean, are they gonna bury him anywhere or not?
It didn't. Maybe they cremated him.
Because it'd be fun to be in Sydney and go and do a video. You know,
they were into that kind of stuff, though. You know, cremation, having the urn with the ashes. Mm-hmm. They were like, you know what I mean? They can make blankets and hang it on it with his name.
But I think the mom was upset. I think she's finally can take a big deep breath, fumigate the house, throw away all his clothes, and they can have a life now without him, because all he did was sit in that house and yell and holler and scream and cause problems for that family. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Threatening people, and that's what he loved to do, you know.
He did. He was something else, you know.
He'll be missed.
Are you doing this on Spreaker?
Yes.
I'm off of here. I'm going to pick your brain about it a little bit.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm going to pick your brain about it a little bit. I know somebody that wants to use it, but they're like, don't really know what to do.
But well, here's the thing on Spreaker. I'm going to tell you right now. It's no longer live anymore. You just stream. And
Exactly.
so tell them that they can, if they want to call me, give my phone number. I'll tell them how to use. If they want to call me, I will tell them right now. Look, Blog Talk closed on the 31st.
I do. That's why this person's looking. If you had to use a platform, what would you use besides Spreaker?
You can probably use TalkShoe if you want.
No interest.
Man, that's they do monetize now over there. But I don't. That's the only I know about Spreaker, and because the one thing about it, this goes up on 25 different platforms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, Dave always says we should go to YouTube. Dave, it goes on one platform, and that's it. One, and that's it. Okay, and tell them when you're done with it, if you want to put it on YouTube, you have to now download it and make it into MP4, excuse me, to put it up. So they don't put it up for anymore. They don't put it up like it used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
okay,
but it's. I mean, I like again. You want to have a good mixer, or you want to get a good headset to plug in the back. You can do a basic headset if you want, just if you don't want to use a mixer. But if you want to take a phone call, you're going to need a mixer. You're going to need your own. Which you can get a mixer, the Alicia for one and a half for $80-$90, a headset for $200. You can go over to Sweetwater.com and you can do one, and that's what's one. I mean, it's just you have to have your own. Because everything's now on desktop now. Everything's desktop. You don't have the call-in like Blog Talk. So you have to invest. And I don't care. I'm not live right now. I'm talking to myself, and you and me will be up tomorrow on the other channel.
Upload it, yeah.
And a lot of people can't do that. What I'm doing, they can't talk to themselves which I've done many, many times. I used to do morning shows on Blog Talk. My brother, maybe one or two would come in, but it was for the future people to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? For the fact. It's like doing videos. You do it and you put it up. So some people can't. It's just some people can't do.
No, some people can't do that.
And they can't. They got to have people in the room. It's like a woman dancing in a bar. She's got to have more people in front of her. The less she's
got to have the music.
Yeah, you got to have people there in front of her. Like if there's no one there, they don't want to dance. They got to have the crowd. So I mean, that's why YouTube is free. Everybody goes to YouTube because it's free. But the day they start charging like $60 a month to live stream, they'd all leave because where are they going to go? You know what I'm saying? They would weed out all the people that just sit there and just stream for hours and yell and holler and get prejudiced and then porn bomb people. That's what I told
you. I have a question. Speaking of YouTube and fighting and going crazy, what is going on with Nelson Green?
I have no idea.
I'm subbed to him. I see him constantly. I see his titles go up. He's gone live. But he seems to be upset. I don't watch him.
Some people are turning on him like always. And he penis breath. It goes back and forth with whatever he's mad at Dave. He's mad at whoever. I don't know. I don't. It's Nelly is deleted channels and whatever else. I don't know what he's doing these days. I mean, it's. I see a couple of his titles once in a while come through, and it's just like. Why? You see, the problem is with Nelly and Dave is YouTube is their life. They don't have a life outside of YouTube. So the whole friend thing is YouTube. When your whole friendship thing is who's in your chat room, that's your whole life. I mean, I like doing live streaming. I'm talking right now. We're doing a podcast. I also work for a living. I go make videos for my YouTube channel. Yeah. And I have friends outside at my job. And I mean, I don't share my stuff on Facebook because who cares about my podcast? My family could care less. I don't share it on Facebook. I don't because who cares about my podcast on Facebook? My family could care less. It's people you like you have connected with you, even Dave, whatever other people I've connected with. The old Cashman days with him and whatever else, and that. But with Georgia Peach because I didn't like the hunch. So let's switch gears here. What's your thoughts on the hunch? I think Carnival today, he's going to implode in 30 days. And you look at...
I said that to a friend today. I think something's going to happen. I don't know what it is. We're all going to go, oh my God.
Because I tell you what, I don't want to see this happen, but I'm telling you, look how you know why the Kennedys got taken out. They pissed off the mafia. They pissed off the mafia. And he's going to piss off the wrong person. It's just, I get you want to cut waste, but you going in. It's just like you guys you want to cut waste in your family, you burn your house down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get you want waste, but you have a non-American person doing your dirty work for you. It just pisses me off that he's all of a sudden your husband comes home and he's out of a job for no reason.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Every day it's something. He's fighting with our governor. She's fighting back with him.
I love how she stood up to him.
She did.
I loved it, man. She loved it.
She did.
I saw that. She just is the governor. Yes, I am. I'll see you in court. I would have said, I would have said to if I was her, we all know you're adjudicated rapist and a felon. We know the court. I would have said back to him. I would have said, Mr. President, I know you know what a courtroom is. You are adjudicated rapist and a convicted felon. We'll see it. I would have said to her right away. That's what I told the guy. He is adjudicated rapist. I'm sorry, and a felon. I mean, I get it. I don't like immigrants coming over either as well. And I get we get away. This
has to do with transgender.
I totally agree. I don't know.
That's what that one is in our state.
But
I guess she said that if he keeps going, that we're going to stop paying our federal taxes out.
Well, yeah, he won't give you any federal money because Reagan did the same thing when I was 20 or 19. Went to 21. You were grandfathered in, and if you didn't change your drinking age to 21, he would hold back highway money.
Yeah,
he did that. Reagan did that. So if you didn't change it, guess what? Blackmailed you. Reagan did that. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't hate the hunch, but it's slash and burn, all this behavior going on. And I told a buddy of mine who his daughter lost his job. And I said, listen, I told you it was going to happen, man. I didn't do it. I said, I told you he's going to go slash and burn. He's a lame duck president. He thinks he's the king. And I said, he wants to be able to go for another term. I said, he can't wave. He has a closed fist. And he just thinks it's fun having somebody do his dirty work for him, while he sits back and plays golf.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's adjudicated rapist. I'm sorry, man. And a convicted felon, like it or not, he is.
Freaking weirdo.
I don't like him. It's just, I'm sorry. No, I don't hate the guy. I'd never liked him before he was a president.
Me either.
Because he didn't pay his bills.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off that he didn't pay his bills.
That's a typical New York thing, I will tell you.
Yeah, he didn't pay his bills. I hated that. It pissed me off. Because
they don't do that.
Because when the construction,
people in New York City are famous for that.
Yeah, when he built it in New Jersey, the casino, he screwed over a lot of people. Like, let's say your husband had a small job, he did that to a lot of people. People don't realize that.
They do that. What is that? What is it he did with the ice skating? What did he do?
He built that, but that was like look what I can do. He built the ice skating place. I know he built it.
Yeah, and they never got paid, or people were just screwed right over.
Of course. But look what I did here. I built it. So he's notorious not paying his bills. That pisses me off. When people being I don't like that crap. When you don't pay your bills, that's what he does.
And people don't forget we're the ones paying for him to live now.
Yeah, I totally agree.
We buy their food. We keep them warm.
Yep.
We pay for the staff in the White House. We pay for everything.
Yep.
We the people.
Yep. But something's gonna. Next, he continues. He's gonna piss off the wrong person. It's just, the Republican Party is too afraid to die on their feet. Look at your main governor. He's not afraid to die on her feet and say, "We'll see in court." I give her credit. But who's that one guy from Kentucky who is not going to run again in the wheelchair? He's died in his feet, but he knows he's done, so he doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? He belongs. He doesn't belong anymore. He's afraid.
I think your governor's pretty outspoken about him too, isn't he?
Who?
Your governor.
Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, but he's a Democrat. I'm talking. I want to see a Republican person step up that's in office.
They won't, not yet.
There's more people. That one lady in Alabama, I guarantee we'll have an exception because people are losing money in Alabama, and she's all like, "Well, they'll make an exception." No, they won't. He doesn't care. He got elected on all this behavior, and he's a bull in China house. And I don't. I'm sorry. I get. You want to cut fat, but you just don't. There was an article. This lady moved from this. She's like 24. Moved from Champaign, Illinois, to Las Vegas to do a job, and she loved it. Well, guess what happened? Done. And she'd only been there 6 months. Another guy in Colorado or Iowa was working in Iowa. Nice man. A baby on the way. Guess what? You're done. Just like that.
Yeah.
And he's loved his job. But you got a person who's an American citizen and a bunch of 20-year-old people making decisions on American citizens.
Yeah. True.
It's not a problem until all of a sudden it's like you don't really care about children getting molested until it happens in your family. Then you have a problem. Wait a minute, we can't have that. Look at the movie Spotlight. I told people watch that movie and you'll be outraged.
Yep.
You'll be outraged. Watch that movie, Spotlight, and you'll be outraged because they shoved it under. And then when they were investigating that, 9/11 kicked in, and the guy who started that role was a Jewish man from Miami. And when he went to see the Catholic guy, he gave him a book on Catholicism. He goes, I don't care about that. Because he was trying to tell the guy, this is what we do, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew he was going to come after him, you know. It was a great movie, very disturbing, but it was a very good movie. And we've talked before about the blue laws out east. You know, they're finally getting rid of the blue laws here. We can actually buy alcohol on a Sunday. Blue laws are made by what? Catholic community, because they want you in church. My nephew lives in it's North or South Dakota. You can't go shopping till noon because why do they want you? They want you in church. Because that's a blue law. Because guess who put the police and the chiefs in? It was the Catholic who put them in. So that's what they made all these blue laws for. They're still
can't work on holidays.
Yep, blue law.
Job sites. All kinds of things.
People don't know about the blue law. They don't get it.
Yeah. I grew up. I know what it means. We couldn't go to the store on Sunday.
Yeah, because that's more of an East Coast. More of an East Coast, big Catholic contention on the East Coast. It is here too, but it's East Coast. We were at Embassy Suites one time, and we couldn't get free alcohol. They give it because we couldn't get it because the blue law. The guy goes, "Yeah, it's the blue law here." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." They couldn't do it at that Embassy Suites. You couldn't get free alcohol.
Yeah.
It's a shame. We're in the 2020s. We got to with these blue laws, and the Catholics continue to run the show. It's like, I'm sorry, man, but they finally got rid of the blue laws here. We could actually buy alcohol on a Sunday. You know, I mean, if I want to buy a car, on Sunday, I should be able to as well. But these blue laws have got to go. I mean, it's just that's the biggest problem. You know that more than I do. You're East Coast.
Yep, they do. Oh, for sure. They're crazy. You couldn't get milk. You had to leave the state. New Hampshire doesn't have blue laws.
Yep, that's just sad. It pisses me off. People don't realize. You research the blue laws, people realize that. I tell people all the time. Look at me like, yeah, look it up, man. Look up the blue laws. But read, travel, meet people. Do your history work. Because they installed all the police chiefs on the East Coast, so they were afraid to go against the Catholic Church. You know, they were afraid to because they ran the shit. And they still do. Yep. Look at the Pope. You know, he's on his deathbed. Pope of Pedophilia Entertainment Incorporated. That's why they don't want people arrested, because they know that there'll be a lot of people going to jail in the Catholic community. All the popes, a lot of the priests would be going to jail tomorrow.
Yep.
But anyways, so everything's okay out there in Maine?
Is it what?
Everything good out there in Maine?
Yeah, we've had a lot of snow this year.
We were cold last week. We had some snow, but now it's nice out. It was 50 degrees today.
It's nice, yeah. This week is nice, and we've had some frigid weather. We've been all sick constantly. Constant sicknesses this year.
You don't sound very good.
Having a 6-year-old around, that's what happens.
Right. Well, I'm going to head on down the road. I got to make one more phone call, and I'll talk to your young ass later, okay?
We'll talk to you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thanks for coming on.
Welcome.
There she goes. Bye. Sweet. Out the door. I'm going to call Carl real quick. Yeah, I had to call her. I'm going to call Carl, the resident hater out here. Let's call Carl. Let's see if he's out and about. So disappointing, Carl. No, Carl. Shame on you, Carl. No, Carl. No, Carl. Damn it. I thought you'd be around, Carl. Drone. But anyways, I wanted to get the resident hater on. Really did. I thought for sure I'd get his young ass on. He's probably working. Who knows? God damn him. Damn you. All to hell. Carl. You could come on the show and say patrol. But I did write one, the legend of Blind Views. It was a legend of Blind View. Let's see if let's see. Dun, 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 dun. AI music, where is it? Right here. The Legend of Blind Views. Here we go. This is the first one.
He painted skies with broken dreams, whispered tales where shadows scream, with eyes that never caught the light. He turned the
Oop. Hang on. I was trying to share it on Twitter. There we go. But anyways, it's pretty good. Oh yeah. And here's the second one.
He painted skies with broken dreams, whispered tales where shadows scream.
Yes.
With eyes that never caught the light. He turned the dark into the bright.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's let me see. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Let's call it Ted the Talking Head. See if he's around. Ted the Talking Head, coming for you. Since Carl can't be going for it.
Hey, what's happening?
Welcome to Fear Mongering Radio. How are you?
Good, man.
Not much. Just talking about this or talk about that. I had Sweet Melissa on for a little bit. She was on for a little bit and ain't feeling too well out there in Maine. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. She lives up that way.
Yeah. Sue Ellen was looking at the cruise when you guys are going on. She was looking at what your cost to that.
Oh, okay.
She was thinking of going on with you guys. I don't know. I said we'll see. But she was looking at it. I said.
Yeah. I sent her the thing. The dates and all.
Right.
So yeah. So we'll be on it. So you're more than welcome.
It'd be fun to go on and hang out and rent that 4-wheeler and drive around St. Martin together. That 4-wheeler is a lot of fun to drive around St. Martin.
I like the beach.
Yeah.
The St. Martin Beach.
Yeah,
very nice.
the main one right there, Front Street.
The one next to where the planes land. It's kind of far from the ship.
Yeah, Mahu. You can drive all the way around and get there. Yeah, that's a nice one. Yep.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's nice. But
yeah. So what's happening in that neck of the woods?
Not much. We had 50 degrees today. A lot of snow. I was wearing short sleeves today. It was nice. I'm wearing my spring jacket at work, so it's actually pretty good. So.
Oh, that's good. That is good. It's nice to be warm, better than cold, man.
That's right. I guess it was George's birthday, I guess.
75.
Saw that on Facebook.
75.
Oof.
That's old.
I know.
I wish I looked as good at 75 and could still do those things. I know I won't be able to.
Oh, don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're out doing stuff. How old are you now?
56.
Shoot, Jesus. You're a youngin'.
I appreciate it.
Young.
Old.
So what do you think about the hunch?
Oh, I'm loving it, man.
Okay.
I'm loving to see where all our money is going. In Miss Kamala and them wanted to keep raising our taxes, man.
Right.
As they're spending $25 million on Iraqi Sesame Street and all this other good stuff, man. What are we doing?
Right.
I don't like to see I don't know. All those people have forgotten who they work for, man. They're all bought and paid for, corrupt. So I do want to see the list. I want to see the Epstein list. I want to see the Diddy list. I want to see the sexual harassment paid off list for Congress. I want to see, I want to see everything. I want to see it all, man.
Right.
I don't care what goes on around the world. I want to see where our money's going, how much and I want to see people in handcuffs. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And so, other than that, I think he's doing really good, man.
All right. I just wish
he's only been in for only been in for 6 weeks.
Well, I know. I just don't like the firing people for just clearing house first instead of seeing what I just screwing just all of a sudden just kind of firing people like that just kind of pisses me off. I get it, but
no, I don't think. I think he can't fire union people, but people on probation. If it's like you're not entitled to a job, man.
I'm saying.
Unless you got your time in, man, those other people, like they're making a big deal over the, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, dude. You get replaced, man. That's how it goes. And that guy, if you do any homework on that guy, he was a hate whitey woke guy. So you know what? Time to go, man.
Oh, that's what he was.
Yep. So he was shown the door, and rightfully so.
Right.
So, they're there to fight wars. They're not there to be politically correct and,
Keep talking.
Bringing up their buddies and all that other nonsense. So, I was glad to see him get shown the door. And I just want to see more of what's coming down the pike, man. It's about time someone turned the lights on to see what's going on. It's been years. No one does anything. So, I personally am very happy to see it. Did I lose you? Oh. Yeah. Okay.
You didn't talk baseball, did you?
No. I wish. Baseball 30 days, man.
I thought they're talking about the Mets on K-Fan today.
Oh yeah.
About spending money.
Keep having injuries.
Did you watch any? Did you watch the hockey?
I did. I watched the last, the final game, but I fell asleep for overtime. PK
Subban ripped on the NBA that they don't care, which is true.
Oh yeah, they don't care. And baseball, I hate to say it, when I was a kid growing up, that was like a really good game because guys didn't switch leagues like that. If you ever get a hold of George Brett's speech, I think it was in the 90s. During the All-Star game, like it was us versus them, American versus national. Now it's
right.
It's different. So, even Bob Gibson would talk about, he didn't like the All-Star game because he didn't want to talk to the people he was up against.
Right.
During the season, those guys took that stuff real, man.
Yep. They don't. NBA. They only care about the money and women. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah, it's, punk and ball.
Pumpkin ball. Pumpkin ball.
Yeah. Punks and ball. So.
Yeah.
That's no good. The NFL looks like it got rid of the Pro Bowl. No one,
Yeah. Well, what have I told you before about that? Remember, I told you what they should be doing. I've talked about that before. Is get rid of it. Do fun stuff. I wouldn't do the flag football. Someone can still get hurt doing that. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You could just you can have fun like Hollywood. You can have Family Feud. You can have other fun stuff. You can have little games or something. You have checker, whatever you want to do. I don't know, something fun. Mini putting or something. If they have like a talent, if they have a certain talent show, whatever.
Yeah.
Something fun. But I wouldn't do the tug of war either. You can hurt somebody doing that too as well. just something fun. But anyway,
it seems like they're dying,
right?
The what you call it, all the all-star game type. But the hockey was good. So.
Yep, I did too. So
yeah.
So what do you think of Elon Musk? What do you think of his behavior?
I mean, I think he'll probably go too far, with his what do you call it, OCD, because he's on the spectrum and shit,
Yep.
So, he seems to get awful excited and stuff. Him with the chainsaw was hilarious. Yeah, but someone gave it to him.
Yep.
I just laugh how they try to. They loved him 3 years ago, and now they're trying to destroy him. So,
right.
That's very interesting to me. Makes me wonder why. Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Now, there's these people on here that don't like Sarasota Tim. This one guy who's, I know his name is. It's BlindViews is a righty. That's fine. Then one of his lieutenants doesn't like Trump, so people got all mad at the guy. So what? Because I said, Grifter's Anonymous. He has another channel, which he doesn't. He's more of a liberal. It's like, so what? He doesn't like because I said me and Ted don't always see eye to eye on political stuff, but I said we don't hate each other.
No, you're allowed. Everyone's allowed to.
Yeah, but some people just get all pissed off. They right away. It's like, come on, man. But that's how it is. People take sides on YouTube, and even at work or a job, it's like, listen,
Yeah.
Learn to have an opinion. My mom was a Democrat, my father Republican. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just learn to get along. People just right away piss and moan. So.
Yeah. I mean, no side is good.
Right.
Well, I know I can tell you the last 4 years were a disaster. Anyone who says otherwise needs their head examined.
He could barely walk towards the end. He
was a disaster, bro. He's worse than Jimmy Carter in the gas lines. I mean, seriously, the guy wasn't even in charge.
Right.
That's why you see all this stuff going on. How much waste.
Right.
People getting rich. At the last second, all billions and billions of dollars went out in December.
Right.
There's something wrong with that, man. So.
Oh yeah.
As someone who doesn't like paying taxes, I want it. I hope he sends me a check, man.
Yeah.
It's like a refund check. Because I overpaid. I didn't pay for Iraqi Sesame Street. I didn't pay for half this nonsense, sex changing animals and stuff.
Right.
If you think the money goes there, of course it gets funneled into their pockets. It doesn't
Correct.
go there. So,
well,
term limits, man.
I totally agreed. I've told you before.
Why don't they put that on the ballot for the people to vote on?
1 6-year term for the president, 2 times 4 in House and Senate, and be done with it. They're done.
Yeah, but we people should be
I
for
totally
us to
agree.
vote on, not for them to vote on.
I totally agree.
themselves.
And if they serve the military before you get up there too, as well, I totally agree.
I agree.
I totally agree. We elect the Supreme Court to 2 5-year terms and get out. See you later.
See, you're a Trumper guy. Take it back, man.
Yeah.
You want your government taken back.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I got dinner. I appreciate you taking my call and coming on the show.
Yes. Say hey to Sue Ellen.
But I'll let you know if she wants, because she was looking at prices to go on that cruise. I thought, so it'd be kind of fun to,
Yeah, it's next year.
Yeah,
So
smoke some cigars with you on St. Martin. So
very good, very good, very good. So yeah, take a peek.
okay,
No pressure, no rush, no whatever.
I understand.
Whatever works for you.
Okay, you be
Very
good.
good, my brother. You be good.
All right, there he goes. Ted the Talking Head.
Bye.
Appreciate it. So there he goes. Appreciate Ted coming on. He's always fun. It's too bad that Hater couldn't come on, but I got to get going. But I appreciate everybody coming. Remember the military, the Air Force, the Army, and the Marines, the Navy, and the Merchants Coast Guard uniform. Thank you for this country. With all you guys. Appreciate it very, very much. Stay on the beaches. Make good choices. Men win blue. A cop call crackhead. Now of victims. Safe sex issue with real pill transfer. Put a condom on patrols. That's all we're asking. Don't trick and drive. Okay? Fearmongering Radio. 24th day. We got 20th. Hope you enjoyed it. Had a good time. Keep on hating. All right, man. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. It's a whiskey. Yahoo. Everybody out there, peace. The Middle East. Keep it real in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, Fearmongering Radio here on YouTube. We are out of here. Ciao.